Discord, when it pops up on your screen, if you can accept. And now I will give the floor to Victor to start the session.
Thank you. I'm Victor. You know me for the videos that we recorded before summer. The structure of the session, we were expected to be more than we are. We have to work on each lesson that we were talking about before summer, and we will work on the mini case and the homework that you were supposed to do on the summer. The few we will work all together and not in the different rooms for put together in common the answers of the mini case. Okay. So first of all, we will present. Sorry. Here. Did you see it? Do you? Do you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, we see it.
We see. Okay, let's start for the beginning. Take this out. Okay. This is an introduction of the first lesson and the mini case. Okay, we will talk about it for a moment, and then we will go to the answers that you can solve this mini case. Do we have to recall it? An organization called Live Sport is holding a sport event. Okay, I'm sorry, I have problems on organization. It's my first class on Zoom. I'm getting here. Sorry. Okay. We have problems with searching the theme for the sorry. Okay. For the sport event for the end of the year, as you know, they have some options. They did a votation, and they were a tie that we have to solve. Okay, you remember it, I suppose. So we have here these questions to answer. So, what process did the team use to reduce the number of choices? What leadership style was used during the first part of the process? What theme would you choose for the sport activity? And what leadership style did you use to make the final decision? Okay. These are the questions that we need you to answer and to. How many students are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You four, Andrea, Domenico, Anna, and Nicola, you have to reach an agreement among you four to answer these questions. Okay. The agreement is not mandatory. If there's one of you that have a very different opinion and wants to say it, it's allowed to do it. Okay, but the best is that you reach an agreement on the answers of those questions. So we don't have rooms.
Yes, but I sorry, but I don't see the question.
Yeah, the same. I see only the title page of your
Yes, in the title.
Yeah, same situation.
Do you see it now?
No.
I'm sharing the screen.
Yes, we can see your screen, but we only when we see PowerPoint, we only see the first slide, the one with the title Model Leadership.
Oh, okay. I've been talking for nothing. Let me see. I can roll the PowerPoint while I'm sharing it.
You
should.
should be able to, yes.
Let me do it again. It's changing now.
Now it's changing.
Oh, yes.
Okay. This is the explanation of the mini case. You remember the mini case. We don't have to read it again, I hope. Or do you want to read again the mini case? It's not a problem, eh? We have time. Okay. So if you remember the organization of a sport event for the end of the year, after a brainstorming, they have 4 or 5 things to do. They do the first votation. They have 2 winners, and then in the last votation they have a tie. So there's something to do about it, and we have these questions to answer. Okay, what process did the team use to reduce the number of choices? The first votation. What leadership style was used during the first pass of the process? Okay, when we choose some different themes to do on the sports event of the organization, what theme would you choose for the sport activity? U4, okay? And what leadership style did you use to make the final decision? As we put it on the mini case, because there is a tie. Someone has to decide the theme of the event sport. So the team leader. Okay. Now, as I was saying, U4.
Just to let you know, there are 2 more students connected, Victor.
Yeah.
So now it's 6.
6. We can do 2 groups of 3. Do we have the rooms available?
Let me check. Yes, we can make them. Do you want them now?
Yeah, 2 rooms.
Okay, so 2
So they can
rooms
work together.
of three students each, where you can put together your answers. Okay.
We will stop sharing the slide now, so you can. Do you remember the questions? You can write them. What process did the team use to reduce the number of choices? The first votation. What leadership style was used during the first part of the process? The brainstorming. What theme would you choose for the sport activity? And what leadership style did you use to make the final decision? You remember? I think you don't. Do you remember all the themes that were on the mini case? No, I think you don't. Let me read it for you. You can write them. Okay. So when we are on the when you will be on the rooms, we will not be able to read it.
If maybe you have the document with the mini case study available in your computers, then you can read it from there.
Yes.
Yes, if you want, there are a mini case in the platform.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
the same.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Mm.
I will create the groups. Give me one.
Before you go to the groups,
Yes.
I remember you have to reach an agreement of the answers, but if there's someone of you that have a very different opinion, is able to say, of course, okay. There's no always a right answer for everything. Okay, so let's go to the rooms.
Okay.
Are we all back?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's only one person missing from the list. But yeah, we're practically all back.
On the group. There we're back. Well, now we need one speaker from each group to explain the common answers that you have agreed, and then the particular opinion of some of the. I think that the fourth question is the one that is most difficult to reach an agreement. Okay, so the room 1. If you have a speaker to explain us your answers, please.
Yes, I can speak for the group A. Sorry, just a moment. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. For the first question, we say that the team used a voting process to reduce the number of choices. After the initial brainstorming session, each member of the team proposed a them option.
Mm-hmm.
For the second, we choose the democratic leadership style. For the third, we choose the race focused on inclusion. A race focused on inclusion. And for the fourth question.
Sorry.
Yes.
You would choose a race for inclusion.
Yes.
For the
Yes.
film. And why? Why you think is the best option?
Because as the democratic system, the race focused on inclusion can include every participant.
Okay.
Every participant.
For social questions. For social. Okay.
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 And for the last one, we choose a democratic leadership style, where a leader listen at the other members for to find the best option and the best decision, to make the best decision.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but there's a tie of opinions on the team. If you may change some opinions of the members of the team, but we have to suppose that if you answer again to the team, they will reach a tie again. So we can vote 3, 4, 5 times, but we will tie again. So what leadership style did you use to make the final decision? Or what do you suggest to do? We have to choose one.
Okay. Maybe you, Anna, do you want to say something?
Yeah, we would consider the preferences and arguments of each team member, and then make the final decision based of data, based on their arguments and the thoughts about their opinion of this topic.
Okay, you go deeper on the opinion of each one, and in front their opinion,
Yes.
to take a new decision. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So the other group.
I can go. Basically,
Domenico.
for the first answer, we found the same. So the using of an agreement between parties to use the voting procedures to reduce the number of the options on the table. So for the two most voted option present on the voting procedures. And on the second one, we were defining the participative leadership too, but we saw also some characteristics, we can say, of the laissez-faire leadership, because the leader was the person who was controlling all the generation of new idea of the team members. So we can say that I think that there are the two characteristics of the two systems, we can say, and is something that we were talking about. Talking about the third one, we move to a decision that was much more innovative, we can say, that than the other group, because we thought about the sustainability workshop. The sustainability workshop, the first thing that we decided for which we decided to select the sustainability workshop was also the time, because it was developed in much more long time, and with the possibility to do also some other workshops. So I used, we can say, an innovative solution, because I thought the sustainability in general. So thinking about each sustainable development goal. So each of the 17 development sustainable goals, and one of these, of course, is the number 10 that is facing on inclusion. So I was thinking we were also talking in a group of selecting this option to have a general overview of all the needs, but also to convey all the needs in a general vision. So using these criteria and this method, answering the last question, I used the transformational leadership. So starting from the needs of each team member, I worked on the motivations of the people and trying to realize a common strategy. I know it's something that can be risky, but on the other hand, I think that an innovative idea are something that people are also searching, are also trying to find, to promote something in a different way.
Very, very ambitious, your theme, because it's not a sport activity, it's a way of planned all activities of the.
Yeah. My vision was also influenced by the fact that I did a similar project in the past, using basketball as a tool to reach SDGs. So having been selected by the International Federation of Basketball and being involved in this kind of projects, let me thought about this in another way. So following the example, the webinar examples that I have attended. So that's why I selected this idea.
Let me, very good, both teams. Let me go back to one point that your team or your group mentioned. That is the leadership style. You said that participative one mixed upon laissez-faire. Do you know the differences? You all, not you only, Domenico, because it's confusing sometimes. Participative with a laissez-faire style of leadership. What do you think is the main difference among the two styles? Any of you?
Yes, for
Because-
me,
Yeah.
during the
Go.
first part of votation, the process is of the leadership laissez-faire,
Mhm.
because the leadership also, I don't say, trust in their team, no?
The opinions. and so
Yes,
on. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Very good. We have the mini case solved. Now, the homework. Now we have to determine whether each goal will be fit for a grassroots sports organization or a professional sports organization, if you remember the themes. Okay. And then we will have to determine of one grassroots organization which goals fit with the SMART criteria, if you remember the SMART criteria. Okay, specific, measurable. Okay. We can go to the rooms again.
Yes.
Maybe we should have done both tasks the first time and now go again.
Maybe we can do that for the other 2 lessons.
The 2 lessons we will do the both tasks, both tasks, mini case and the homework, and then go back. So
Right. So I'm going to open again the 2 rooms.
For Anna, your group. Do you have an agreement on the answers? What goals are for a grassroots organization and what for a professional organization, in your opinion?
So first one, I will open. First one was increase the number of children doing sport in the city. So this is a grassroots sport organization. I need to explain why. So because it is a specific, increasing the number of children participating in.
No, but first we have to separate what is a professional sports organization goal and what is for a grassroots organization goal.
So I need to explain the differences because I think we did another exercise in our group. We just started to discuss all the topics separately.
Okay.
We used the SMART model to explain the topics between grassroots organization and the professional sport organization.
Sorry, you were saying? Sorry, Anna?
Yes.
Do you need more time, you say?
I think we did another little bit exercise because we chose the topic and we used the SMART model to like understand, is it a grassroots sport or professional sport?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. And the speaker of the other group is Domenico again.
If you want.
Go, Nicola, go to
Okay.
one each time.
Okay.
There have been many debates about whether these goals are SMART or not, because not all criteria is in this goal. The first one, increase the number of children doing sport in the city, is perfect for a grass sport organization, but is not specific the time bound, no? quindi is not a smart, is not smart.
It's very vague. Okay.
The second one is not for the second one. Send more teams to the Olympics than the year before is not for a grass sports. Send one Mehmet team to the 2025 Amateur World Sport Game. Yes, is for a grass sport. It is perfect for the criteria of smart. Okay. The organize some sport events during winter is for a grass sports because it's not specific what type of sport events. For amateur sport event is good for a grassroots sport organization, and there are all the criteria for smart. Okay. No.
It may be for a grassroots, or it may be the America's Cup.
Yes.
You don't know. It's
not specific.
Not specific at all. Okay.
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
Well, it's not specific, quindi it's not a smart criteria. Okay, it's not a smart criteria. Rank number 1 in the next basketball city tournament is also a possibility for a grass sports because is maybe tournament is not specific what type of tournament, but for a grass sports organization is all criteria is okay for a smart criteria, no? No.
Do you think it's for a grassroots organization, rank number 1 in the next basketball city tournament?
We were debating on it with Nicola because
for
it depends on the city. If it's maybe
is the tournament
Verona, if it's Verona
city.
I think it's depending on the level of the tournament.
Because in Italy there are many tournaments for small city, okay? And
if we talk about FIP level, the most important basketball level, so we can say that it's pro. But if it's CSI, that's where I'm training. Basically, it's amateur. So
it's amateur. It's not specific. Also, is not a smart criteria. Okay. Organize 2 sport camp during 2023, 1 in the summer time and 1 in the winter time is perfect. All smart criteria is perfect. After there are increased our monetary benefit and reduce cost by cutting the amount of sport event a year in half. Is not for a grass sports organization. Collaborate in one international project.
Maybe it's a smart.
Is a smart. Is smart.
No, I was joking. No, sorry.
Collaborate in one international project during 2023 about sport and inclusion, gain more international recognition. Is for a grass or sport.
Sorry, collaborating one international project. Is a grassroots or a professional grass?
No, yeah, there are example of ICS collaborate for international project. But there are also another grass sports if not possible to collaborate for an international project. Is difficult for me because I have in my idea the Italian style. Okay, there are also grass sports sport organization collaborate in the international. They are also another grassroots sport organization is not collaborate.
Yeah.
For me is.
But if you're working on sport and inclusion. Okay, is your opinion?
The last one is decrease our sport offer to only 3 main sport: football, indoor volley, and basketball. Is for a grass sport, but is not all smart criteria. Is not the time bound. Okay, is realistic, is attainable, is specific, but is not a time bound.
Time related.
Finish.
Okay.
after in the class. There are been many debates, but
is there any different
because
opinion that
the idea of grass sports roots in Italian is different. There are so many associations, and it's difficult. They have some idea for all.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's finish the lesson 1, and we will go to the lesson 2 mini case and homework. Now, we will work on the only room we have is this one, and you will have to work the 2 things that we're working on. We have to solve the mini case and then put in common your answers to the homework. All of you, okay, all of you. Let's see the lesson 2 mini case. Have it. Okay. Do you have to recall it? You have you have a summertime. You're organizing a summer sports camp. You create a specific team, and you have some problems. Do you remember it? You have the document, or do you have to share it now here? Okay, on top of that, when you have the team members and so, during the meeting where they were supposed to present the idea of the whole camp, concept, activities, timetables, etc., you all realize no one has worked on the recruitment of the participants. Little problem. The promotion campaign or the distribution of the budget. Instead, there is an overflow of timetables and activities, all in conflict with each other. There an overlap of responsibilities, okay? And the mini case answers are: how would you as a leader proceed from now? Okay. What strategies would you use to enhance the members' communication and the teamwork? And how would you ensure that there is no overlapping and the relevant activities are carried out on time? Okay, that's the 3 questions that we have to solve the problem of the mini case of the lesson 2. And then the homework, you have it, the homework. Do you? Yeah. Okay. Don't move.
I try to answer at home in all, but no.
What?
It's different. The idea
of the homework.
No, I see. I try to answer at home the homework.
But you have did you do the test?
Yes.
Of your leadership style? Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice. The test of the test online. What type of leadership you do is very nice.
Are you comfortable with the leadership style?
Yes,
that you got?
Is my.
Okay. But okay, we will have to talk about our own leadership style. Okay, after the mini case.
Yes.
And the pros and the cons that we have found of it. Okay, so let's solve the mini case and agree, all of you, the answers or not that we have presented. We have 10 minutes, Samantha. Will be okay.
I will send everyone to the same room so that you can discuss freely for 10 minutes.
We can go to the room. Chris, Samantha, and we are leaving the room. Let the kids alone.
They can.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Hello. Do we have a new speaker to explain us your conclusions?
I think Domenico can start, and
Okay,
if we have some thoughts, we can add.
Okay. So
it's your call.
Yeah,
How would you as a leader proceed from now to?
Sure. The first thing, talking about the first answer to do is, of course, calling an emergency meeting. An emergency meeting in which we talk about the overall structure of the problem and all the complex connections to it. Then, after having this general emergency meeting, we are trying to define the new roles and responsibilities. So each one must know what will be their own responsibility and their own task. Then, of course, we must identify also the priorities task that are the most important thing. This maybe can be also done before in the first point during the emergency meeting and define the risks in the first part, then define the roles and responsibilities. Then, of course, having identified the weak points, then you must try to see if the organization has the ability to solve these kind of things. So if there is no this possibility, of course, you must try to engage new voluntaries in somehow. Maybe trying to find I can say a partnership with a local organization in which you are going to use maybe some of the voluntaries that this organization has in exchange of a sponsorship or a partnership that can be on the pitch or somewhere else in order to achieve a win-win, we can say, outcome. And then, of course, we must also defining a real system of checks of how the process is implemented, in which way, trying to create some meetings in a few days with the responsible of each part of the project, because we must also identify some mentors of the project, some person who is in chief to manage a particular task of the organization. So the general leader, then the structure of the head of the sections. And then talking, this is the first part, the first answer. The second answer is connected to what strategy would you use to enhance member communication and teamwork? Of course, as I was saying before, you must assign some coordinators of each of the parts of the project, and then also using some also ways of communicating that can be rapid and frequently. In this course, in the previous lessons, we have learned about the presence of Trello as a platform. Trello, it can be a really good platform in which everyone is putting their own task. The project manager is putting their task and assigning to a particular team. So using Trello can be useful because all the activities that had been done were automatically deleted then. And so the team could proceed seeing which are the tasks that are required to do and which person is required to do. In this way, there is no a situation, I can say, of overlapping, because each team has assigned this task and is going to do that task.
Is a meeting agenda online, okay? It's very simple. It's very effective.
And of course, sharing the calendar, because it's important for seeing which team has this aim and how to reach it. when it has to reach. So I think all these kind of strategies can help the organization to try to solve this emergency, but also trying to reach the main goal to realize to create the event. And the last question, how would you ensure that there is no overlap and that all relevant activities are carried out on time using the same, we can say also the same strategies, so Trello, the board, the calendar, and also we can say planning also some meetings of some meetings daily to see the advance of the works. So seeing also how the money and the budget are going to be used to implement activities, if it's in the right way or not, in order to have everyone, in particular the project manager, the situation clear of the direction of the overall project and strategy to develop and to try to solve the issue. But first must be have done an impact assessment and the risk assessment, because without that we are not able to solve the situation, and we are not able to create a map or a strategy to develop and to solve the future emergencies. This is something really important.
Very good answer, very clever and very clear. Let me mark 2 points of what you have said. The first, when it is a crisis, how would you as a leader proceed? You have to do changes, because if you do the same thing with the same people that was working on, it's gonna occur the same things that had happened. So you have to change something. Maybe one of the workers or someone volunteers new, maybe one organization as a partner, as you said, but you have to do some changes to change the malfunction, okay? The strategy and the people. You have to identify and do changes, okay? That's some of what you have said. And then we are talking about project management. It's a project management from the start, to the deadline, no? So you have to do all the structure that you said, meeting, checking points out. There's one thing that I learned from project managing, that is the deliverables. You have to do meetings to prove that you are on time. It's very annoying. It's you have the deliverables is something that someone have to show you or send you to prove that he's on time on his work. It may a sheet of Excel, the inscriptions of the people, but a deliverable that is marked on time on the schedule of the project, on the Trello is one of them, is a very good tool to be sure that your team is on time on their tasks. It's more or less like you have said. Okay. Well, now your homework. As we are a few, we would like you, each one of you, to explain us what leadership style did the internet give to you, okay? And with your leadership style, you can explain what you see as a pro or as a con of that leadership style, okay? It can be the same leadership style of Domenico and Anna, but maybe Anna looks or identifies different pros and different cons of the same leadership style, okay? So, who wants to be the first? Anna, maybe.
So I have a democratic.
Okay.
The test show me. this answer. I don't agree with this one because then I did this test. I can choose only one question, but sometimes I wanted to choose 2-1. So, but I think this leadership style is very effective in cultivating a sense of buy-in when there is a big decision to be made, and can go a long way in motivating team members by offering a sense of improvement and quality. I don't know if I want to do this test one more time and choose different answers to check if really this democratic for me, or maybe it show me another one. So now I have answered democratic leadership.
What would you like to be?
Oh, good question. I don't know, but maybe this style for me could.
Sorry?
I don't know the correct answer, but I think maybe this style democratic for me is a good.
Yeah. Do you see any problem, the problems of being democratic in a leadership of a team?
Sometimes it's very hard to take the final, if we work, example, in groups to take the final result if I use only the democratic. So I think this is the biggest problem.
Well, it takes a time to have a solution to a problem. If your ship is sinking, you have to take a decision. If you have to vote, you want to be drawn. Okay, Domenico.
No,
I'm also democratic.
We are also democratic.
Wait for your time.
No, I also in the text the final valuation was democratic, but I honestly know that I am a democratic person in some things, in others less, because talking about democratic in projects, as maybe you all have seen, I'm a person that is trying to give the inputs to the group, and then trying to let the others participate. This is how I work with groups, and now I also try to improve my leadership. But this is something that is really, we can say, is really short in time. When you have to create a project or you have to manage something much more complicated, you have to do everything with time. You cannot plan everything in a rush. You must be able to, if you have this kind of democratic leadership, you must be able to find some steps, to do everything. This is something that I have also seen when we are talking about my job, because I'm a basketball coach, and when we have maybe to create some meetings with parents, you cannot, of course, listen to parents and put the meeting tomorrow. You must be able to do everything with at least two weeks in advance, or trying to do this. But talking about basketball, I can say that a negative thing is the fact that sometimes when you are in a match, especially, you cannot be democratic. You must be maybe much more much more authoritative, because if the situation is a situation in which a game is tying and you have 2 seconds remaining on the clock, you must be clear, emotively clear, not listening everyone and trying to identify the best solution for the team to win the game. So basically, I am democratic when we talk about creating projects or exercises or these kind of things. But when the situation is required, I need to be authoritative or using other approach of leadership, because this is something that basketball teach you, and how you must be able to grow up as a coach and also to face some situations. So basically, this is my position. So I can also have different kinds of leaderships according to the situations.
Before going to Nicola and Susanna, let me give you an advice. As a coach, you cannot be democratic. You don't have no time.
Of course.
But you have to be transformational, because if the team does not believe in you, you have no authority over the team.
No, of course.
For example, on a timeout, you're gonna say your magic words or your board or your play, but the team has to believe in you, because this man is gonna make us win. So if you have only authority,
yeah, no. I agree with you. I really agree with you, because this last year we had in this situation in which we were like trying to obtain a draw, because in our amateur league there is a draw, and we were like the sum of the periods, no, you are going to be used as a criteria to define who is going to win. So we were behind 3-2. We were at the last quarter and we were winning like 6-0. Then the other team came 7-6 at 35 seconds at the end. I called timeout and I put the two kids, because I'm training kids, on the strongest kids. One launched to the other goes to do the point. The third time we were 8-6. Then I said defense. Then we scored 10-6 and we draw the game. For everyone was like, oh my God, what we have done. So I understand you.
Nicola.
Yes, I also represent by this democratic style of leadership. I agree with everything that Domenico say, and this approach for me can lead to a more inclusive work environment, and is fundamental where the team members feel engaged and inspired to contribute to the mutual success of the work of team or organization.
Democratic style is very for the team is very motivational, you know it. But they have to know that in some point, when they reach a problem or a point or at that point, they will have you as an important opinion, as the main opinion, because it's easier to. Most of all with the young people on the teams that have the senior that has an opinion that will save my ass when I will be on a dead point. Okay, it's a democratic, but when we if you are in trouble, come to me and I will help you. Okay, that's the big difference with the laissez-faire. That it's your problem, solve it. Okay, very good, Susanna.
Well, I can agree that mixed style would be the most appropriate. In my case, I would like to aim to be in transformational leadership style, because I find it the most suiting for my character also, because with our different personalities, our different learning styles and teaching styles, we must find a way of leadership style also. And my personal the idea would be transformational. But to point out my personal shortcomings, I would say that I lack sometimes a bit of autocratic leadership, because I find it really, say, useful with really young children, because they expect that from you, as they are surrounded by the teachers, by their parents, by other representatives of some institutions. So they search for the same type of energy in their trainers or educators. Especially younger children, they need directives, they need rules to follow, because that's how they're building their own world. They are creative within the boundaries. So it's really important to set those boundaries, and I find them the easiest way to set them is by autocratic leadership, which can be harmful in other ways. So to make my long story short, it is really important for us as educators, trainers, to recognize each moment when to apply each leadership style. So in my case, it depends on the age of our children. If they're not children, if they are adults, if they're teenagers, the leadership style must be picked in accordance, as well as maybe we can choose also different leadership styles depending on each and specific group members. So each person needs a different style. So it's up to our emotional intelligence to recognize what each person needs. And then as a team, there are always some kind of fractions in a specific team. So we can, refer to those smaller groups and then combine to a bigger leadership style. So I think it cannot be separated. It cannot be cut into different styles. It can only be mixed. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah.
The perfect leader, if there's one, is the one that choose his style of leading depending on the organization and the situation of the organization. Is the perfect leader. For me, also, the transformational is the one that leaves a legacy, that leaves some other people thinking that have learned something of him. Okay. Jordi, I don't know if you are Anani. They are not with us. Okay. We have very short time to do the mini case of the third lesson. Do you have it in mind? Okay, the conflict management. We have two teams of the same organization that want the same budget, and they're gonna fight hard for it. Samantha.
Yes, I'm sending you to the rooms.
To the room.
Maybe what, 7 minutes left?
We have seven minutes, and we will do a mix with a mini case and the homework, okay? Because it's about the management of conflict. But first, debate the mini case and find the 4 answers. You can 7 minutes. That's
yes,
all.
Because it's very critical with this comes to money.
Yeah, it's very critical. Very critical.
Okay, I'm sending you to the room, guys.